Hello everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are brand new. I'm happy to have you here for a video. I'll be doing the mid-year book freakout tag today. I'm really excited about this tag. I did it last year for the first time and I'm excited to make this kind of like a yearly video like a lot of other booktube channels do. I'm really excited to see the different choices I make each year as I continue to do this tag. So I will link my video from last year in a card and also in the description so you can check that one out. But for now, let's get into the tag for 2022. Question number 1, best book you've read so far in 2022. Alright, for best book of 2022 so far, I'm going with The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. I loved this book. It was just so whimsical, magical. It literally was like opening doors to so many different emotions and feelings, no pun intended, and also it's just so beautiful. It's a beautiful story, and if you haven't read this, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to even talk anymore about it. I just want you to go check it out and let me know what you think. If you've read this, I want to know your feelings about it in the comments. But yeah, so best book I've read so far in 2022, I think, is definitely The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. Question 2, best sequel you've read so far in 2022. So for best sequel read in 2022, at least so far, I'm going to go with Storm from the East by Joanna Hathaway. This is book 2 in a Glass Alliance series, and it was so good. It was such a great continuation from Dark of the West. We built on all the relationships, all the characters, all the plot lines. And the final book I have yet to pick up, but I need to because I need to know how the story ends. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I love this book. If you like political fantasy with a little romance, definitely check out this series. The first book is Dark of the West. I think you'll really like it. So, best sequel so far. Question 3, new release you haven't read yet but want to. The answer for this one is super easy, and that is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. V.E. Schwab is one of my favorite authors. I just love how intricate her writing is across all genres, whether it's adult, YA, or middle grade. There's just always so much, and then there's so many like ways that she could take the story, and it feels like the worlds that she writes about are never fully shared, always leaving room for more, and I absolutely love that about it. So I'm excited to see what Gallant has in store. It sounds really good and really magical and maybe a little creepy in a way. I'm very excited about this one. So Gallant is definitely one that I want to get to by the end of this year. Question number 4, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Okay, so for this one, it's like a really easy answer, but with a preface of I have no idea what other books are coming out this year. I've been awful of keeping track with 2022 releases. Usually I'm like aware of some that I'm gonna really enjoy, but this year I got nothing. I have no idea what's coming out. So the only one that I can go with for this is Zodiac Academy, book 8. After reading book 7, if you've read it, you'll know that we need book 8 as soon as possible. So that is my anticipated release for the second half of this year. Question number 5 is biggest disappointment. So this one is really easy, and I wanted to enjoy this book so much because I really loved her first horror YA, which was There's Someone Inside Your House, which is by Stephanie Perkins. And then I read The Woods Are Always Watching, which sounded, in the grand scheme of things, like a really, really good book. Two friends go on a trip, they get kind of lost in the woods and all, you know, like it sounds like a typical kind of scary, spooky story, and it in no way was up to par with There's Someone Inside Your House, and I'm so bummed I didn't like it, but it was a pretty big disappointment for me so far in my reading this year. Question number 6 is biggest surprise. For biggest surprise, we're going with the cliffhanger slash plot twist at the end of The Wicked and the Divine, Fandemonium. This is volume 2 of the series. If you know and you've read this, then you know what happens, and I was like shocked. I was shocked, I was surprised, I still have not read volume 3, and I can't wait to get to it because I'm very confused as to why that happened. It was wild. So I'm looking forward to continuing this graphic novel series this year. But yeah, the cliffhanger plot twist at the end of volume 2 was insane. So who can divine? Question number 7 is favorite new author debut or new to you? So for this, I am going with Alex E. Harrow. Once again, The 10,000 Doors of January. I am very, I loved this book. I loved the writing, and so I'm really looking forward to starting Once and Future Witches sometime this year, but I definitely enjoy Alex E. Harrow's writing. It's really beautiful and just so detailed and deep and beautiful, and I love it. So definitely a new, pretty much probably going to be an auto-buy author because I'm really enjoying the writing. So Alex E. Harrow for favorite new author. Question number 8, newest fictional crush. All right, looking back at last year, there's a trend in my newest fictional crushes, and they all have to do with Sarah J. Maas. So continuing on with that trend, I have to add Rune Dannon to that list. I love his character. I liked him in Crescent City and House of Earth and Blood, but then when I read House of Sky and Breath, we focused and got to know him so much more, and he is definitely one of my new fictional crushes. And I could say one of my new favorite characters, but I have a different one for that answer for this little tag. So yeah, but if you, it's Rune Dannon. Like, if you need any more than any of the TikToks that have been going around, then you'll know why he's definitely a new fictional crush. He is amazing, and we love him. Just newest fictional crush is Rune Dannon. Another one of Sarah J. Maas's characters. Just, this list is getting long. Question number 9, newest favorite character. For this one, I'm going to be talking about Luke from Boyfriend Material. For this, I just felt like a connection with him. I feel like we have the same kind of humor in regards to when we talk about ourselves. And just I don't know, I just felt a connection with him in different aspects of the story for Boyfriend Material. And I really enjoyed his character, and I cannot wait to see the growth over the next book as well. I can't wait. So Luke from Boyfriend Material is one of my new favorite characters in this first half of 2022. Question number 10, book that made you cry. For this, I of course have to talk again. I've talked about this book multiple times, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I did a reread of this book. This is the first time I've read a completed edition of this book. I first read it as an arc, an e-arc, so this is the first time getting the full experience, and then along with the illustrations in this edition. I just remembered how much I love this book, and I feel like I'm gonna start getting a little emotional. I'm gonna try to reel that back in real quick. But this book just touches my heart so much, and is so, I just feel such a connection with these characters, and I just really love this book, but it does make me cry quite a few times throughout it. It hits me right in the heart, and I really do love it, and I will probably reread this book for years to come. I love it that much. Question number 11, book that made you happy. Alright, for this one, I am sharing a manga that I discovered, and that is The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. This is volume 1. There's only, I think, 2 volumes out right now. I do have volume 2, but I have yet to read it. But basically, it's about this girl who becomes a savior, and she gets taken to and is dropped in this world, but she gets to have whatever she wants. And she's like, all I want is a book cafe. Hence why it's called The Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. But it's the cutest little story. There's gonna be, I think, a little more drama in the next few, because there is another savior in this world who is using her power in not a good way. And so I'm guessing they'll eventually collide, and it'll be the drama of the series. But the relationship between our two main characters and are just so cute, and the book cafe is cute, and I love it so much. It makes me so happy. If you're a book lover, which if you are watching this video, I have a feeling you are, definitely check out this manga. Even if you're not a manga reader, I think you'll really enjoy it. check it out because it's really cute. Question number 12, most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. So there's a lot I could have picked for this, but one of the main covers that has really grabbed my eye this year, and because it grabbed my eye and then when I read the synopsis I bought it, was The Mad Women's Ball by Victoria Moss. I don't know, there's just something so intriguing about this cover and how it looks. I don't know. There's just kind of like, it's just like a very repetitive kind of cover. It's like a lot of reflections, a lot of like flipping of the imagery. It's just, I don't know. I think it just is like the Mad Women's Ball along with the imagery of like it being flipped and reflected. It just draws me in and I just love it so much. Plus all the foiling is just really pretty, but I don't know, there's just something about this book that is so beautiful and gorgeous, and I cannot wait to read this story. I am very excited about this book. It's gorgeous. And finally, question 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? I mean, there's a lot of books I need to read by the end of the year, but if I have to pick, I would like to get through, I don't have anything specific, like specific books, but like specific lists of books. I would like to get through some book box books, like my backlist of book box picks and my backlist of arcs. I would love to get through some of those by the end of the year. And both of those lists are pretty massive, so wish me luck on those. And that's it for this year's mid-year book freakout tag. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos from me on your feed, hit that subscribe button. And then let me know in the comments what your best book of 2022 is, because I would love to know, not only to see if I've read them, but maybe I can add them to my to-buy list. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Take care and happy reading, everyone. Bye.